Hello, my name is Fred Farris with the Aspire Institute. Today I want to talk about how to calculate your labor burden, loaded labor costs. The cost of labor isn't just what you pay your guys. There's taxes, there's benefits, vehicle costs, PTO, even bonuses and productivity that we need to factor in. So today I want to go through that, help you understand what your real costs are and how we can build some value in all of that. So the first thing to look at is what is your costs, right? Looking at your P&L, what costs are involved with labor. So there's the wages for your field, there's the wages for your sales supervision estimation. There's also the tax and benefit load on both of those positions, right? So we need to calculate all of that cost into our labor burden. You also want to look into your indirect related costs, these purple ones down here, because some of these costs might actually need to be in your labor burden. They need to be somewhere, either in your labor burden or a line item on your estimate. But if we're not accounting for them, we're not getting paid for that time. So recap here, we have income in blue. Orange is what we call field and sales supervision loaded costs with the tax and benefit load. This is really the cost of your labor that you're selling to the project. One of the things I like to look at is labor as an inventory item instead of just as a bulk that we're buying. All right, you buy 40 hours a week from each employee. You need to make sure you're selling those 40 hours with the tax and benefit load to be able to be profitable. Then so orange is labor costs with the tax and benefit load, green is subcontractors, pink is materials, and the purple is what we call indirect related costs. These costs need to be accounted for somewhere, either as a line item on your estimate or built into your labor burden. And then the yellow cost down here is what we consider true overhead costs. So kind of understanding those costs is going to be helpful as we're building out the labor burden. So here's an example of a labor burden, some of the things you want to think about when you're building this cost out. So let's say we have an employee that's $45 an hour. We have FICA, FUTA, and SUTA taxes. Figure out what your percentage is for your state. You have workman's comp. You might have general liability either as a labor cost or maybe as a line item on your estimate. There's vacation days. In this case, we have 10 vacation days. Let's say we have 6 paid holidays. If we had health insurance of maybe $400 that we're paying, maybe there's a vehicle cost of $500 for the vehicle plus $300 for fuel a month. Maybe there's a tool allowance of $100 a month. Maybe we have some safety for $25 a month, PPE stuff. Maybe there's a cell phone that we're including in for our employee. There's a uniform cost of $300 a year, which is 2 sets of shirts a year. Maybe we buy lunches for meetings and training. We need to account for that. Let's say $800 there. Maybe there's an end of the year dinner or gift that we're doing for $400. And maybe there's some other ancillary benefits that we give throughout the year of $1,000 for different things. So if that was our load, then our cost per hour is actually $66.05, not $45. If our productivity was only 90%, we would actually cost would be $73.39. If we wanted a 45% margin on that labor, we'd actually need to sell it at $133.44. So it's important when you're looking at your labor to look at the units that you're buying, right? Every hour is a unit. Make sure that we understand our loaded cost with our productivity factor and that we have everything built in so that we're applying the right labor rate for each individual employee. Now, my recommendation is to build this for every employee because you'll have teams working together and then you can get a blended rate for each team. In this example, this is a superintendent. We might have some laborers as well, where we could average out that labor cost for that team. But we need to make sure that we have the proper labor rate, that we're selling all of the hours or units that we're buying, and that we're profitable on that labor cost. So hope that's helpful for you. If you have any questions, you would like to learn more about this, there is a contact us link in the information below. You're also welcome to reach out to me, and I'm happy to help you build out a labor rate for your team or help you answer any questions that I can. And have a good day.